Happy Friday. Let's go. I got a nice video for you. I'll try to keep it reasonably short. It is an intro video. It's not a full review. It's an introduction. Before I continue, if $6,000 is too much for you, comment below this video if you're a subscriber. Go ahead and subscribe. If you're not, I'd appreciate the engagement. I'm going to give somebody the comments below my collaboration with SimGot. The DSP is already going to the original video for SimGot plus the unbox is the DSP I said, and that'll be Monday that I do that and announce it on the unbox channel, and then the collab will be from this video and that, and then I have one more 300 to give in the future, and they did really good. So if you can't afford and this is out of your ballpark, go ahead and comment below anyway, because you can still benefit and get something to enjoy your music with, which is one of those SimGots, and they do it quite well. Now, talking about another level in many ways, sound reproduction cost, of course, would be this set right here, which is lapis lazuli and brass. I thought it was copper, but it's brass. There's 100 sets. It's limited. The Storm was 50. This is 100. There's some things I'll talk about that are a benefit to that limited run, and it's kind of because it's an investment. Its design is, let me go ahead and take a look at, the name of PMG Audio was somebody's name, Piotr Marek Granicki. I just totally botched that. Audio is where this name comes from, and he is a person that is, it says in 2012 he was a long-time reviewer, so he did what I did, and then he was a Headfi member and a DIYer, and then he founded Custom Art, which is probably a company you're familiar with. Now, I didn't know that till I looked at this. So 12 years ago, this person was working on the development of a company that a lot of people around the world know of now, particularly if you spend around $1,000 for IMs in that range. A lot of custom arts are around there, and some of them are excellent. This is the Summit Fi wing, which is called PMG Audio, and this is an 11 driver set, and it's very interesting for several reasons. The caps and the original was amber. This is like precious stones. It's beautiful in the hand. The case that it comes with is, there's nothing like this in the hobby. In 10 years I've been here, and I bought all the expensive stuff, all the way up to the amber pearl and all kinds of stuff that costs $8,000–9,000. I've never had something presented so matching my taste as this. The blue case in the brown case, leather, the divider case that's on the bottom that I talked about in the unboxing is just, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a very well thought out presentation and set. It's very mature. It feels like a Summit Fi set in every way. It sounds like a mature tuning. It looks like it's well put together, and it's presented to you in a very nice way. Now let me talk about the driver configuration really quick. This has planars on either bookend. On the sub bass, it's got a square planar, and then it's got a dynamic driver that are taking care of the bass, and then in the lower mids there's BAs. So if we're talking about bass guitar and a drum kit, the rhythm section for a lot of my library, and sampling within hip-hop, there are 3 different types of drivers that are caretaking the fundamentals there, and it's perfectly cohesive. It's an amazing feat, and I didn't even know that was the case until I took a look at it, which was this morning, what the actual layout of the drivers are. It's a 7-way passive crossover system. It's got again, the planar, the dynamic driver, and the lower mid BAs, which are 3 different types of drivers taking care of the rhythm section for my library. And then in addition to that, it's got 2 BAs in the mids, 2 BA in the upper mid, 2 BA in the high, and then 1 round planar taking care of the, basically the upper treble, I would imagine. So you've got planars, and that's a round planar taking care of the upper treble. It is a resolution beast. 3 albums that I'll mention because this is a review. I want to talk about this for just a second. For sets like the Grand Maestro and the Camper and the Storm, I do multiple videos, usually 4. An unboxing, an introduction to the set, Money Trees, where I compare it with other Summit Fi sets and give my ranking and my opinion with my library, and then its own review, like I do for all sets, where I talk about bass, with guitar, bass guitar, 4 and 5 string, drum kit, and also drops from an 808 Roland. And then I talk about mids, which are essentially vocals for my library. And then I talk about overtones and harmonics, which is really upper mids and treble for my library. And I will do that for this set. Is it worth it? In my opinion. The top sets that I have on my table, the Camper, the RN6, and the Grand Maestro, I bought all of those. The Storm right here, which I'm selling, because this is taking the place. I've only got 4 stands, and that's the way that I came up with the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I don't have any more of these stands, so I'll just go with 4. And then more of that's kind of collecting, and I don't want to be a hoarder. That's why I give away stuff all the time, because this stuff really piles up pretty quickly, and it's better to just take care of other people and spread the joy of the music. So this is going to go up on my table. It'll be the first set that was sent to me and I didn't pay for. The Amber Pearl used to be up here. I paid for that. That was $9,000. I got a discount. That was $89,000. I got a discount from Music Tech, but I still paid well over $6,000 for it, which is more than this set. The Camper, I paid full price for that, or Music Tech discount. The CIMs I paid full price for. The RN6 I bought once, sold, lost money, and bought it again because I really was dumb to sell that set. And then the Grand Maestro, which has 4 different types of tuning, is a bass beast in one of them, and is a flat bass and mids in another. It's an exceptional set by Frat Frequency. It's the best that they've done. I haven't heard the anniversary edition yet. This joins the 4 Horsemen now. And so the Storm is going to go. I won't really get into that. Sold it for $5,000 to Patreon, but I was offered $7,000 by a newer Patreon. I think they joined to buy it, or recently joined, and they said, I'll give you $7,000 for the Storm. Then the guy that's been with me since I started said, I could do 5, and I said, done. He's from Hawaii too, so I could just disclose that. A Patreon is from Hawaii, so he's getting the Storm. Congrats to you, bro. Definitely run this off a desktop amp, a good quality amp. The Storm loves. The more power, the more good, clean power, the more you're going to get out of the Storm. It is designed for that type of setup. I don't think DAPs, for the most part, Canon does well with it. I really think the Storm is a desktop set of earphones. I believe that, and I recommend it. So, bro, if you're watching this video, set it up. Get ready for it. That's the legit bonkers set. Now, I said that caught. I was offered $7,000. There's 50 of these released, and a lot of people want it, but they can't get it. There's going to be 100 of these in the wild, and there's not going to be more than that. And eventually, people are going to come across my video or other people's opinions, and if they have a library like mine, and after I do my full review and I'm very, very, very specific about why I love it, it will help to make this a set that is sought out in 6 months and a year and a half, and it won't be there anymore. And so people will start looking on the secondhand market. And when you're the seller of this set because you bought it, you've got the leverage, because they can't just go looking at other places, because there's only 99 other people on the whole planet that even have a set. And probably a lot of them will never sell it. So that's leverage. And that means that you probably get your money back for this. If you decide, I think I'd like to try another Epic set, you probably get it back. The tuning will do that. The limited run will do that. The presentation and the cable will help a lot with that. This is a really amazing set. 3 albums that I'll touch on really quickly before I let you guys go. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. 2 females. Stevie Nicks, Christy McVie. They don't sound the same. Stevie Nicks has the kind of throaty, almost male vocal sound. Lindsey Buckingham, Mick Fleetwood with the male vocals. It's a vocal-centric album with a lot of acoustic sets. It's an emotionally charged album that, if you know the background of when it was made, this person slept with this person broke up with this person. It's infused in the music. It's an emotional album. And it's also very well produced. It sounds great on this. The rides, the crashes, the acoustic guitars by Lindsey Buckingham, it sounds amazing. Male and female vocals sound great. Thriller by Michael Jackson. It's got great production. Want to Be Starting Something, among others, sounds Thriller. It sounds fantastic on this. One other thing I'll mention is Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, which is right there on that poster. The panning effect that goes on beginning of On the Run is very unique in the hobby. The Chesky is the only other thing I know that does something like that, where it really actually does seem like it's panning behind your head, which is weird for IMs, and people talk about things being around your head. I've really only experienced a few sets in my whole life that actually do that. That album and that panning effect is really impressive on this set. And then it transitions into somebody making a gate announcement. Now these cuts and transitions are they're like a second to 1.5 second from one to the other. And the better quality in high res, the more seamless this whole thing seems. You go from the panning effect to the gate announcement for passports to Rome, and there's other words in it that I could write down and I've done in the past, and then it transitions into a track. So there's really 3 parts to it. This does that probably as good as anything I've ever heard. I did it again and again, again and again, again and again. Never Going Back Again, the acoustic, Lindsey Buckingham. You don't know what it means to win. The finger sliding on the fretboard. You can catch that on that album if you've got a set or audio gear, whether it's home speakers or anything else of high quality. And I can catch that on this set. I'll let you guys go. That's it. This is the introduction. That's who PMG Audio. It's a person's name. And this is the Summit Phi wing of that company. And somebody in this comment section might someday get a tap on the shoulder, or I might announce that if you comment under this video, and it's older comment, not a new one, like I did with the Elysian X, which I love much better than the Annihilator. Go look at the graphs for it. It's much better for all around, whereas the Annihilator is more of a V-shaped. A person who commented under the video for that, I said, if anybody wants that and you commented on my video, contact me. Contact me. I said, you give $1,000. It was $1,500 or $2,000 to this charity and then to this other charity. I don't get a dollar. I'm not going to. I paid for the set full price. I mean, you're going to get it from me with the Liquid Links cable, but you got to pay these 2 animal charities and then send me the proof. And he did that on Twitter. He might watch this video. Bro, comment below this video, because I might do the same thing with this. The storm went out for $5K. I'm going to donate $1,000. I'm going to split it into $500 to 2 different charities, and the other 4 I'm going to keep myself. So I do different things. Sometimes I do all of the money to the charity. Sometimes I do some of it. But this might go out someday. So comment below this video on the wild chance that this might be a super deal someday down the road. I doubt it's going to be anytime soon. I know it won't be, actually, because I got to keep it to compare to other sets for the next little while, but it could always come along. And in the meantime, definitely a commenter below this video who's a subscriber is going to get that collab right there. So you guys have an awesome weekend. I want to say one more thing before I check out. My life is so awesome right now. It's like a dream. I want to say that. I see some videos sometimes and I check out of them because people are very stressed out and talking about how they're going to get out of the hobby or they're going to do something like that. And I can get it because the internet and social media, and it's all can get kind of crazy. My headspace now is with my son. My son has a new word every day. Every day he says something new to me, and he does it in Japanese and also he does it in English because he's a bilingual baby. And he's picking up words in both languages, and it just blows my mind how smart he is. Myself and a lot of people that I observe tend to get into tough times and then reflect through the mirror of time of when it used to be awesome. When we were younger, when the money was good, when everything was going right, and we remember that. It's like your health. You don't think about how precious health is until it's dinged, until you're not having it. You wish you did, and you'd give up all your money and all your goods to get back your health. I'm in the spot right now, and because when I look at my son's face, I'm reminded of it constantly. I'm aware that I'm in that spot. My life is epic right now. I want for nothing, and my son is healthy, and I love him to death, and my wife is healthy, and I love her to death. I'm so absolutely blessed. Remember, when you're in those moments, to appreciate them and to acknowledge you're there, because when you're not, you're going to hold those memories. But when you're in the making memory time, be aware of it, because it's good stuff. I'm loving my life right now. Karma, sometimes it hits us hard at the wrong time, and then it lifts us up at the right time, and I guess that's what that's all about. So you guys have an awesome weekend. I will continue this series after a couple other videos, but I will do the comparison to other Summit Phis, and then also the full standard review that I do for sets, where I talk about the different tracks that I usually talk about. So you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you probably Monday. And I am out.